from this college football film room. I don't know if you're looking at that stuff on Twitter that says you have played 155 snaps this year and you've only allowed one quarterback pressure. How accurate is that in your mind? I know that you might have given up one sack in the Indiana game, but are you playing about as well as you anticipated you could play at this point, or how do you?
I feel like I got off to like a slow start at the beginning of the season, but I do feel like I'm starting to get that momentum back now. So I feel like I played much better the last couple of games than I did coming out of the gates.
Would you have like tonsillitis or something?
Nah, my appendix, wisdom teeth, I got sick. It was just a rough July. Oh,
yeah, Coach Meyer was just saying he still doesn't think you're 100%. He says you're playing great, but he still doesn't think you're fully recovered. Is that accurate? Are you still not fully recovered from all that?
I'm getting back into things. I'm feeling pretty good.
So your appendix had an issue and you had your wisdom teeth pulled in the same time?
Yeah, it was right after each other.
That sounds like not a fun time.
July was terrible.
So how much weight did you end up losing during that time, and has it been a battle to gain it back?
It's only like 20, 25 pounds, something like that. But yeah, I've been able. It's been a process, especially like with practicing and stuff like that, trying to gain it back. But yeah, I'm starting to turn that corner.
All 4 wisdom teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Impacted?
Yep.
How far apart
I
were
did
those
that once.
procedures?
2 weeks, I think.
Did the appendix burst?
Oh no, it didn't burst, thankfully.
We need it.
Appreciate it.
Were you thinking at that point, I don't know that I'm going to be ready for the start of the season?
It was rough, especially with it being so close. You know, you work all off season. I had trained really hard, and I was feeling really good. You know, about was it physically from a condition standpoint and a strength standpoint.
Yeah.
But you know, it's you have battles like that. You never know what might happen. You gotta respond, and so I've been able to respond. I feel like pretty well.
Which one happened first?
The wisdom teeth.
The stat that Ari mentioned, does that surprise you a little bit? I think that's #1 in the nation, considering you had the injury in the offseason, the way you started off the season so strong. Does it surprise you at all, or is this pretty much what you expected?
You know, here we are all expected to go out there and do our jobs, and that's just what I try to do, you know, to the best of my ability, whatever I can do to do my job and help the team win. So, you know, that's what's expected here, especially at the left tackle position. And so, you know, there can't be any drop-off from year to year from players. So I'm just trying to keep up the tradition that everybody else set.
But like Billy pointed out a while ago, you took out 3 guys on one play the other night. I mean, you seem to be playing on a different level at times. Was the other night kind of your best foot forward so far this season?
Oh yeah, I think that was my best game so far. But that's kind of what you want, you know. You want to keep improving every week. You don't ever want to look back and be like, oh, I didn't play as good this game as I played last. You know, you always want to be improving. So that's just that's what I want to keep doing throughout the season. You know, me and Coach Studs talking about that a lot. You know, just keep going forward.
You know, a hitter when he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it, you know, crisp right on the nose. A baseball hitter, you know, football. You know, you see but when a lineman is really got it going, what's going on? What is?
A lot of it, I feel like, is preparation. You know, we have to prepare a lot for defenses. Could throw all type of looks at us. You know, knowing what to do is the first thing, and then just being physical and going out there and doing your job by any means is the second part. You know, being tough and just doing whatever it takes to get that job done.
But on top of that, do you at the end of a play, do you feel like you just dominated something? I mean, you know, what is that
You
sense?
definitely know. You know, I guess it would feel like a guy scoring a touchdown for us. You know, if you pancake somebody or knock somebody down, it's the same for us. It's when a skilled player scores a touchdown. I guess you just dominated that person. You just drove a man against their will. You know, so that's the only time we really get enjoyment out of is when we do something like that. And so you want to do it as much as possible.
Hey, Jamarco, how fun is it blocking for a 2-back set when those 2 backs are J.K. you're already J.K. Dobbins and Mike Weber? How fun is that?
Oh man, you never know who's going to get the ball, who could take it to the house anytime. It's just great having playmakers out there. You know, blocking for those guys. You know, you just want to do as much as you can because you know if you give them a little space, they could make a guy miss and go to the house anytime, and you don't want to be that one person that causes the play not to score. So every play you're out there going your hardest because you know all you got to do is give them a little crease and they'll be able to take it to the house.
I know that there are plays where offensive linemen making running backs look really good. Can the opposite be true too?
Oh yeah. Some of the cuts JK's made in the hole with a guy standing right there, you know, that should be 5-yard gains, but I remember one against Indiana specifically, and that ended up being a long run where it should have been like a 5-yard gain. And so when a guy can do stuff like that, you know, you just try to cover up people and let them do their job, get out their way.
Talk about that, Jamarco, though. I mean, you don't see that every day, that little jump cut he's got.
No.
I mean, where do you think that stuff comes from?
genetics. I think his parents for them sending him here.
Explain that though, like when you're on the field, when you see that, like you just pointed out though.
Yeah. Well, we don't usually see it.
Yeah.
We don't usually see it till film or like if they replay it or something like that. But when we do, you're just like, man, he just did that. Like it's just crazy to see. Those highlight videos that they make and stuff like that. Sometimes it'll be the first time we see it. So, it's just fun to watch and be a part of.
Yeah.
Just exciting.
That's what I'm leading to is like. You can tell when a back is special.
Yep.
I mean, is that because some guys just can't do that kind of stuff, and Mike's got a little wiggle to him too. What do you think about JK though? Is he special in that regard?
I definitely think he is. I mean, he's set records here at Ohio State for a freshman, and I think he broke Maurice Claret record, and so that's one of the best freshman seasons ever by a running back. So when you put numbers up there with guys like that, especially at a great place like here, when you set records here, you're special, because it's been many of great players who've come through here and they haven't done what he's done, and so for him to do that, especially at the running back position.
When did you realize he was like mature enough to take? Obviously, you have to be talented to play as a true freshman. When did you realize he was mature enough and had the mental capacity to do it?
The spring, he was doing all this stuff in the spring, and he had just gotten here, so we were like, whoa, he should still be in high school and he's doing this stuff. And to see that he was able to continue that throughout camp and, not hit that wall that you see a lot of freshmen hit, and he was able to continue that play, and into the season now he's still doing the same things, that's how you know that he's mature enough to handle it. Because most people, like most freshmen that come through, I went through, and most people do, you just hit a freshman wall. The second week of practice, towards the end of the week, and you're just like, man. But he never hit that wall. He just kept going and going. And so for a player to be able to go through a camp here and look like a veteran as a true freshman, that's pretty special.
Jamarco, Coach DeDraw was saying, you guys need a big play, or you guys need to, get a close run. It's your side, it's you, Michael, and Billy. That's a pretty good left side to run behind. How much do you embrace that, and how much stock do coaches maybe take in when you guys want to have the ball run behind you, and you say, Coach, run the ball behind me? How much do they take that from you?
They definitely listen, when you step up. I feel like you show them that you have that confidence. I take it when I said the receivers earlier, it's like a receiver telling the coach they want the ball, put the ball in my hands, I'll make a play. Run the ball behind us, we'll get the job done. It's the same thing, that's the type of feeling we get out of it. Like I said, we're just out there trying to go do our job and help the team win as best we can. And, in those situations, everybody wants to be relied on in those situations. So it feels good knowing that the coaches have confidence in us.
Do you hear from some of the former Ohio State standout offensive linemen? Like a lot of linebackers will say they'll hear from Quan, or they'll hear from some other guys, Shazier. Do you talk to Taylor Decker? Do you talk to any of the guys that have come before you?
Yeah, I still talk to Taylor. Chase was up here today. Pat, I still talk to Pat. Daryl, all those guys who are here. I've even talked to Jack Muhart and Kurt Barton. He still comes around too. And so you just get a sense of the work that those guys put in, and they're all here trying to help you as well, and you just want to live up to those expectations.
You ever talk to Orlando Pace by any chance?
I've gotten a chance to. I know when I came to Friday Night Lights when I was a recruit, he was here, and when I actually coached it my first 2 years, and I got to spend some time with him then too. So those were two great moments for me.
In what respect? I mean, what did he impart any wisdom on you?
Yeah.
What was
just
it about?
talking ball and just how to handle college and stuff, because I was younger. Like I said, that was my freshman, sophomore year, so I was still getting my feet wet, and so I was just trying to get any insight I could about college ball, how to handle on and off the field and things like that. And a lot of times with guys like that, one of the best linemen ever played, we get so fascinated in them as the player when they're really just like us, normal people.
Yeah.
And so, it was really nice of him to be able to just talk to me about life and just things like that, even outside of football.
Yeah, and I've talked to him a million times. Obviously, I covered him stuff, but one of the things that stood out about him, and he's talked about this before, is finishing. Man, just just till the whistle. Just yeah. And have you adopted some of those principles? It looks like you have.
Everybody wants to. I think he's he's somebody that everybody strives to be like. Everybody has that one person in their career that they aim to be like. And Orlando Pace for tackles is one of the, if not the number one guy. People want to be like. And when people show film and from his pancake commercials and stuff like that, from him doing it on the field. So everybody tries to or wants to emulate him. So I would definitely say that's somebody who I look up to and I want to play like. I try to play like.
Hey,
Jamarco, when was the play that they showed on Sunday of you where you didn't? I mean, it's probably one example of plays where you didn't quit, but the one that they showed in the team meeting.
Oh, the knocking.
Yeah, do you remember when about during the game that was?
I think it was the first. It was the first drive. It was like the
look,
first third down or
watch
something
the
like
first
that.
drive. Watch Jamarco.
Where he takes 3 guys out.
3 guys out in one play.
Well, and then runs down, and then
took another
curls
guy
around,
out.
gets another guy.
That's Orlando Pace-esque right there.
Do you think it's fair to compare him to Orlando Pace yet?
Do you think
I was
he's
asking about
better
it
than
one
Orlando?
play.
Should there be a Heisman campaign like there was for Orlando Pace, Jerry?
It's only one Orlando Pace.
I just told him that you think you're better than him.
Oh.
Just texted him that.
Should there be magnets sent out to the
You're
press?
trying to get me killed.
Jamarco, thank you, buddy.